Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Here it is, Season 2, race number 10, here at Talladega Motorsports. Talladega Speedway, that is, presented by Robby Bice, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Well, I tell you, the season's rolling right along, and we got some things we need to take care of before we get into tonight's show. We need to catch up with the drivers from last week because we're having some audio issues there and stuff, so hopefully we're going to get that taken care of very shortly here. Of course, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. As always, thank them for their support. That would be Sonic Graphic Design, Admin Box, Turn 2 Terribles, and Buster's Corner. And while I'm going to start looking out for the drivers from last week here, and before we do that, let's take a quick look at the top 20 in the standings here. Aiden Berlane, he continues to lead 47 points ahead of Ken Baum Jr. And then we have Tyler Isley in that third position, and Nick Cannon fourth. They both move up one position, third, fourth, respectively. There, David Smil Jr. actually also moves up 2 positions into that 5th spot. Carson Pittman, he had the worst luck last week, lost 3 positions down to that 6th position. Chris Lindner fell down to the 7th spot. Kevin Click remains in 8th, along with Jaden Bingaman there in the 9th spot. Actually, he's tied with Lucas Nilgis, who moved the position up into a tie with Bingaman. And then we have so there's no 10th position there in Kyler McCarthy. He'll be scored as in the 11th position. And you see where the rest of the drivers are in the top 10. William Brown, also one of our top 3 finishers from last week. Good result there for him. He improved 4 positions up to that 12th position. And speaking of which, let's see. We're gonna see if we can find the guys. Let's see who's in the chat here, and we got to try to find. I want to find the top 3 that were here. Of course, that'd be Ken Baum Jr., Tyler Isley, and William Brown. And I know I saw Tyler in here earlier. I was talking to him. Let's see. Got to find everybody. There's William. So we'll move William up to the interview booth. And Tyler's in here somewhere because I was just chatting with him, actually. And move him up, and let's see if Ken Baum Jr. is already in here. And at the moment, let's see, there's a lot of different teams to look through. I actually don't see him at the moment, and he was your race winner, but we'll definitely try to catch up with him before we get going with tonight's event. So let's head on down there, head on up to the booth here with the guys here, and we'll see if we can talk to them here. Hey guys, Tony in the booth, you got a copy? Mic check. Oh, hold on a second. Mic check. I can, hold on a second. Let me check my mic check again. Repeat that.
Yeah, we got you. Okay,
there we go. Okay, let me turn your volume up just a little bit here, and still waiting for Ken Baum Jr. To get into the server, so hopefully we'll catch up with him before the race. So there he is. I see him. Okay, let me drag him up here real quick and see. There he goes. Hey, Ken, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I hear you.
There you go. Hey, guys. Yeah, we wanted to get with you guys before the start of tonight's race, and and speak with you, from last week's race. Ken, there, congratulations on that win, man. I tell you, that was a heck of a race there at Martinsville.
Yeah, thank you. We just had to put ourselves in the right spot for the end. I figured how the race was going to go, so I just had to keep the car clean.
10-4, man. And was there anybody you wanted to give a shout out to at that time?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the Turn 2 Terribles and Jeremy Zarfos Photography. They do a lot for me and the team. We put a lot of work in every week. And my girlfriend and my little baby, they always watch. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
And moving on to Tyler Isley. Hey, Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, man. And I tell you, good finish last week for you. And so congratulations on that second position.
Yeah, thanks. Like Ken said, it was all about staying clean, and unfortunately, it didn't happen at the very beginning. But we finally figured it out when it mattered most, I guess. So it's
Absolutely, man. I tell you. And so now we move from the short tracks to one of the biggest tracks you can get on in iRacing. So, are you glad to get back to something a little bigger?
yeah, it'll definitely be nice. But we'll see. This race is going to be very similar to the last one. Just stay clean and see what happens.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck, buddy, and we'll talk to you later on.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, William, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on that podium finish, man. I tell you, good night for you last week, and moved up 4 positions in the standings. And so, yeah, I know you're ready to have another successful night, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that was a very much needed night for myself, being a little down the points from missing a couple of races. And it's the first time I get a chance to talk to you after after a race.
Yeah.
This whole season so far, I'm not used to it taking this long, but I'm just glad to be here. So hopefully we can pull out another podium or maybe even a win tonight.
Absolutely, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my teammates at Team Sparkle Unicorn Racing. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my friends that watch every week. I want to give a shout out to you, always putting a good broadcast every single week.
10-4, man. Well, good luck out there tonight, and who knows, maybe we'll be talking to you after the race.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Okay, folks. Well, that's our top 3 from last week, and so now we'll just go ahead and we have let's see how much time is left. We've got about I think about 7 minutes left, and so what we'll go ahead and do is we'll take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! On my way to Money I Roll.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen. Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
tonight they're going to have actually unlimited tires, and I need to check that. I'm not sure if that's 75 laps or not. For some reason, I don't think that's. I'm going to have to go back and check that for sure. But 71-degree air temperature, winds 2 miles an hour. Boy, look at the track temperature, 106 degrees. Wow, it is super toasty out there on the track for sure. And so that'll definitely be interesting to see how they handle that. Going out ahead of him because he might get ready to perhaps somebody on the track. It's almost no point in just driving around by yourself. It's all about practicing that draft. And I do believe that's Robby Bice right there in front of him. Tonight's Superspeedway spot. Onto the track here. Time to turn maybe a lap or two here. Maybe one hot lap. It takes a while to get the speed up. So it's really more like a response to qualifying here any minute. Let's see who else is there. There's the 4 Carson Pittman. He's in that group as well. Currently 10th quickest. His time is best time is 48.974. He's heard him downshift there, probably trying to get some more acceleration going. Getting a little bump there from Robby Bice as they go down the back stretch. 51 Steve Stritmatter, he's at the back of that little train right there, 4-car train. Oh, the checkered flag is out, so they'll probably be heading on down on the pit road. And so we'll get ready to, session will be rolling over to the qualifying session here. Checkered flag's out. Yeah, shout out to the folks in the chat. I was looking at my meters. I'm like, good grief, why is the iRacing Carson, why is it so loud? And hopefully that's better for you now. Turn that down. And it's funny because how all this stuff works, because it sounds fine in my headset. It can sound fine in my headset, but the meters are a totally different thing over there. And so as long as we get everything balanced right, and so no, we're all good there. And you know how the iRacing thing does here. Probably looks like it'll probably be a couple of moments here before we get into qualifying. I think, did it just roll over? Yes, it did. There's a 51. Steve Stritmatter making his way out now. Now he may be the first to head out. You know, it's virtual qualifying, so there may be somebody actually ahead of him on track. So we'll see what happens here. Like I said before, it'll take him a lap or so just to get that thing up to speed, and I imagine he'll stay to the high side all the way around just to keep his momentum up, and then on his when he comes around to take the green flag, he might stay on the high side for the first lap, or he might go down to the inside, because a lot of times you'll see him do that just to keep that momentum up and just build up that speed to the maximum. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like he will stay to the high side. The green flag is there for him now, and we already have somebody crossing the line with a time. That was Bill Hales. Bill Hales showing not even on track at the moment. He's set that 52.67, I think it is. So time's coming in fast here. Strip matter, still no time for the 57 yet. And they get 2 hot laps. So right now, Bill Hales is the time to beat. And Steve Strittmatter coming down to post his first timed lap. Several drivers have already posted their times already. A lot of times on the board. Let's see what Steve gets as he crosses the line here. And did he not? Oh, that's weird. My graphics are looking a little weird. Let me reload that. I don't know why that's doing that. Let's try to. The numbers are all way over to the right behind the car. That's strange. Let's see if this thing will reload for us here. Because it looks like he has a time there, and it looks like he's 20th quickest at the moment. And hopefully we're trying to get this graphic here to reload, and it comes back, and there we go, 53.431. That was his time, 26th quickest at the moment. He's coming around to finish his hot lap, coming to the stripe. And does he improve his time? Yes, he does. It moves him, wow, up to the second position, 52.718. Hey, that was worth the wait there, folks. So good improvement there for Steve Strittmatter. So he's definitely ready to get going here. So this is they're just about ready to wrap up our qualifying. So we'll go ahead and take a moment and pause for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, cars are lining up and ready to get going here. And as they're forming up the starting grid, let's take a look at your starting lineup. Bill Hales, he holds on to that pole position. Aiden Berlane will be starting right next to him. Steve Strittmatter in that third position. Robby Bice fourth. Dylan Hastings in the fifth spot. Then Brian Pressler is sixth. John Ashley Amerson seventh. We have Jimmy Barr in the eighth position. Ken Baum Jr. Starting ninth. Chris Lynn rounds out your top 10. Then we have Carson Pittman in the 11th position. Tyler Kahn starting 12th. 13th will be Kevin Click. Then we have Alex Mader 14th. 15th will be Don DeGroot. Tristan Kahn 16th. Andrew May in 17th position. Ryan Broderick 18th. 19th is Jeremy Zarfos. Then we have Tyler Isley rounding out the top 20. Next in 21st position is Nick Cannon. Then he's followed by the number 26 of Jaden Bingaman in the 22nd position. 23rd is Lucas Nilgis. 24th is Briggs Swope. 25th is Michael Self. William Brown in the 26th position. Hoss Beverly starting 27th. David Smith Jr. in the 28th position. 29th is Ryan Sword. Michael Zuver starting 30th with Carl Fitz 31st and Matthew Fitz 32nd. Colin McCarthy in that 33rd position. And looks like starting shotgun on the field will be Stan Mayberry. Track temperature is still pretty warm, 101 degrees. Air temperature is 71 degrees. And they have they have 4 complete sets of tires, the set they start with, plus 3 additional sets. And of course, they run open setup in this league, and absolutely no fast repairs to get them out of trouble. So, everybody will definitely be trying to stay out of trouble. Making their way through turns 3 and 4 here. Pace car getting ready to pull down onto pit road. The start-finish line is just past the tri-oval, so unlike Daytona, they'll come around this curve and have to go a little bit further. It looks like everybody's ready to go. Got a green flag, and we are racing here at Talladega. They on down in turn 1. Where Aiden Burlane and Bill Hales, they're battling for that lead. Hales is still out front. Burlane, that outside line, trying to get it going. Steve Stritmatter down on that inside. Let's see if Bill Hales, can he hold on to that lead to lead the first lap here. You see Burlane's on the high side there. That line's falling back a little bit here. And coming down to complete lap 1. It is 80 laps here tonight. So Bill Hales will lead lap 1 and lead them into lap 2. Stritmatter second, Dylan Hastings, Ken Baum Jr., and Aiden Burlane there in that, kind of 5th place. He's on that high line, so he's kind of moving back and forth a little bit. Carson Pittman right now, he's like right alongside him. They kind of going back and forth there a little bit. You can see Pittman right there, and Burlane. Well, Burlane was right next to him. The outside line's kind of falling back there a little bit. So yeah, that's well, look how far the outside line is falling back. Not really working good at all right now. Burlane, you actually see him drop down into the inside line. So wow, that so much for trying the outside line for the moment. Burlane, he got shuffled all the way back to the 9th position, right there between Chris Lynn and Robby Bice. But it's such a long ways to go, so you know how it's going to be. Now, Bill Hales up the front. He's leading the train. And right now, everybody is just getting things kind of situated, and probably just happy to kind of just keep things steady at the moment here. Now on lap 4 of 80 already. Bill Hales continues to lead. Strittmatter right there in that second position. There's a 66 Dylan Hastings. Ken Baum Jr., last week's winner. He sure would like to make it a double. He'd be more than happy to do that. And right now he's, because he's in a good place, and I'm sure he's happy to just park it right there and settle in for the long haul here. And because things are going to change quite a bit as the race unfolds. But we saw him and Carson Pittman there. We've seen them work together a lot in previous races. Running in that 5th spot. Kevin Click right behind him there. He's followed by the 12 of Jimmy Barr. Two Turn 2 Terribles teammates there. Chris Lynn. And actually a whole bunch of Turn 2 Terribles right there in the top 10 at the moment. Aiden Berlane still back in that 9th position. Nobody is bothering to get in the high line at all. Everybody is pretty much just staying down to that inside line right now. That seems to kind of be where we're going to have to be at here for a while. Jumping back to the a little further back in the order here. There's Carl Fitz. There's like kind of a second group of drivers here. And Stan Mayberry in the 48. That's Kyler McCarthy right in front of him. He's leading that pack of cars. Now you can see how far back they are from the first pack. We've already broken into basically 3 groups of cars here. McCarthy in that 15th position. Tyler Kahn, he's up in the 12th spot. He's leading a group of 3 cars. That's him, Tristan Kahn, and Alex Mader. Running 18th, 19th, and 20th. So they're pretty much in the middle there. That front group ahead of them, and boy, I tell you, you can't even see the second group of cars behind them. They're not even in the picture at the moment. And meanwhile, up towards the front there, Berlane now up to the 7th position. And boy, they're mixing things back up here a little bit, starting to move up on that high line just a little bit. There's the number 9 there, William Brown. He was up on the high side there for a moment. Him and Ryan Sorben, and then they dropped, looks like they dropped back down. And it looks like more guys that were up on the high side. There's a 69 Andrew May. And these guys behind them, the 26 there, Jaden Bingaman, they were up on that high side as well, but decided, nah, it's not time yet. And but you would think that they're going to have to get up there and lay some rubber down there to get that high groove to come in here. And so that'll be interesting to see how that works out. Meanwhile, Bill Hales continues to lead at the front. Good to see Bill running up the front there. And now he's got, he still has Strittmatter right there behind him. Now on lap 9 of 80. Let's see, where are guys from last week, the podium finishers. Now, Ken Baum Jr., he's in the 4th position. Where is Tyler Isley? And the Isley, he's back in the 20th position, yeah. Kind of fluctuating there a little bit. Yeah, he's in the 20th position. Not too much battling going on, really. We see some more guys stepping out on that high line. It may work for them, or they may find themselves going backwards. Those holes start to close up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Isley, he's at the back of that group here at the moment. And right now, you know, like he was saying, it'll be just like last week, you know, just a high-speed version of last week. Basically just staying out of trouble, trying to keep that car clean. Well, I tell you, when you're racing with no fast repairs at all, it can change your perspective a little bit, and you learn a little bit more patience, to be sure. Jimmy Barr right in the thick of it in that 9th position. There's Berlane down to the inside, and I believe that's Kevin Click right in front of him as they race down the backstretch. Ken Baum Jr. actually has got his nose ahead now, and both him and, I was going to say, Carson Pittman had gotten separated from him a little bit. He was behind Strip Matter and I think maybe another car, but man, they've hooked up once again, and they're running 1-2 at the moment. Bill Hales now back in that 3rd position. You see Kevin Click on that high side trying to get that high groove going. He's got the 12 there, Jimmy Barr behind him. 32, Chris Lynn. Those turn 2 terrible boys, they're up on the high side. Going to see if they can stick together here and, you know, benefit from some strength in numbers if they can get the line going there and try to stay together as much as possible. You know, on these restrictor plate tracks is you got to have a dance partner out there. Across the stripe now on lap 13 of 80. Now Bill Hales, he's still right up there in the thick of it, right in that 3rd position. So he's nestled in there quite nicely. So he should be looking pretty good there. He shouldn't have any problems, I would imagine. The whole field is going along quite nicely here. Aiden Berlane, he had gotten up. I saw him get up to 7th. Right now, he's fallen back again, once again, to the 11th, 12th position as their positions kind of fluctuate back there in the back. And, you know, we'll probably see this a lot in these beginning stages of the race. See the 69 right there, Andrew May on the high side. Oh, wait a minute, did I just see some, boy, they're almost like 3 wide there. Heading down into turn 3. Who is that in the middle? Is that who is that? Can't see who that is. I want to say that's the, that yellow car. I was trying to catch his number. But they were 3 wide for a moment. Yeah, that was Strip Matter. Okay. It was 50-something. I couldn't tell who that was at first. I want to say he was in that, boy, he was in the middle lane there almost by himself, and he quickly got down to the inside. Now 15th position, you see Berlane move to the high side. There's the 5 there, Ryan Broderick behind the 13. And he moves, swoops down right in front of the 51 of Strip Matter. Taking that opportunity, the spot was there, so he just decided to just drop down there. And boy, now they're door to door coming out of turn 4 there. Trying to find an opportunity to work their way forward. Kind of tricky, you know, finding out, see how the lines are moving, and maybe try to move your way forward a little bit if you can, and if you can't, just, you know, continue to be patient. Now Carson Pittman, you see how he was right up there at the front and kind of got shuffled back there. Robby Bice is now at the point where Ryan Sword, Jimmy Barr, and Chris Lynn behind them. Ken Baum Jr. shuffled back to the 5th position. Well, in the top, it looks like the top 4, they've kind of broken away just a tiny bit. That's probably not going to last. There was about a car length between them, Ken Baum Jr., but he's closing up the gap once again. As they continue to race along here. And they've got somebody, leader's getting ready to come up. Who is that? That's Michael Self, that light blue car up on the high side. Boy, he's getting ready to get caught by the field, so they're gonna probably just zoom on past him. I think Robby Bice is already, there he is now. You see he's on the high side letting the lead pack go through. As they start laps 18. So the laps just ticking away here. Bill Hales, he was up at the front. Boy, I tell you, he's gotten shuffled back to the 13th position, right in front of the number 13, Aiden Berlane, who's currently still back there around 15th or so. Shout out to the folks in the chat. Hey, David Salter. Okay, I just realized, David, wait a minute. Is David... Are you racing, David? Are you? I didn't see you, because he said greetings from Dover. Is David in the? I'm looking to see if I see him. He might not have been able to make the race. I don't see him in the field here, because he will be our sponsor next week. So things rolling right along here very well. Robby Bice, your race sponsor, enjoying that view from the front. Got those turn 2 terribles right behind him, though. Lucas Neal just having a good race there, solidly in the top 10 at the moment, running 7th. Got 61 Don DeGroot right behind him. Bill Hale's trying to close up the gap here a little bit, trying to hang on to top 10 position there. And of course, you know how it is. It just depends on how those lanes and how those gaps open and close. You can be up the front one moment and find yourself just the way, the way the cars are shuffling around. You can gain or lose several positions. There's another one of our podium finishers from last week. I thought I clicked on him there, Tyler Isley. Now in the 15th position. And Tyler, he's racing along, and he was telling me he'd be happy to do some in-car communications and stuff. Now I don't know if he meant while they were driving or under a caution, and I kind of hesitate to do it while they're driving, because you really have to be so focused at what you're doing right now, and obviously not hoping for a caution or anything like that. When we get a chance, we'll maybe speak with him later on in the race. And we're a quarter of the way through this race already. Riding on board there, Ryan Sword. It's just like I said earlier with Ken Baum when he was up there in that second position. I'm sure Ryan, he's just more than happy to just park it right there for a while. Everything seems to be going good. And they're still, well, you know, we had a little while there where folks were challenging on that high line, and now it's kind of settled down a little bit. And so not a whole lot going on there. Let's go a little further back here. I think that's, is that Kevin Click up on the high side? Yes, it is. So he's leading that that top groove there at the moment, but not making much headway. And maybe try to see if we can get some more momentum as they go in turns 3 and 4 here. Right next to Chris Lynn there. He's only 3 spots up from, I'm sure they're trying to do a little bit of side drafting as well. Oh yeah, I got a message from David Salter. He actually is in Dover tonight. He'll be there through the weekend. And so yeah, buddy, we'll catch up with you next week. Spoiler alert, we'll be catching up with you next week. So 3 guesses where we're racing next week, folks. And they got somebody else, Robby Bice is leading. That's I think that's Carl Fitz up on the high side, so they'll be catching him here as they make their way out of turn 4. And everybody, they're in the 2 bottom lanes, so Carl probably be staying to the high side there. And you know, just as they go through that trioval, there's actually like 4 lanes, but then it goes back down to 3. So everybody's quickly squeezing past the 18 car there. There's William Brown. They've already gotten past the 18 as well. And Williams got himself into the top 10 here. Like you said, in the pre-race show, we got a chance to speak with the podium finishers from last week. And boy, he was real happy for those results there, and definitely got him a nice little bump in the points. So William just trying to stay calm there right now and keep on digging there. There's your pole sitter, Bill Hales, down on the inside. Now in that 10th position. The top 5 pretty much unchanged for the last several laps. Ken Baum, they're all staying right down on that inside. Oh boy, look at Kevin Click. Boy, he just snuggled himself right down in that inside line between Carson Pittman and Bill Hales. And boy, he dipped down there in a hurry. I guess he decided, you know what, I'm just going to get in this inside line and just stay right in the flow here. Because, you know, I kind of thought that that top groove was going to come in there a little bit. You know, we've seen some folks get up there with a little racy a few laps ago, but now it's kind of cooled down again here. And look at the difference there. How far back? I was trying to catch who that was. I think that's Lucas Nilgis in the high line 21. Yes, it is. He's leading that high line at the moment, and you can see how far they have to go. And we've seen a lot of times they'll get that momentum on the high side. On is that Click again? Looked like he was getting ready to get back up in front of that line, and Neil just going, boy, they're almost 3 wide. They are kind of 3 wide there coming out. Coming down to the stripe to start lap 28. A little spread out there. Click, he gets back in line down on the inside. So Robby Bice continues to lead. Turn to turbo drivers there, leading 3 of them, Sword, Bar, and Lynn. Ken Baum Jr. continues. Actually, he's returned 2 terribles too. I'm talking about. So it's he's got 4 back there, and then Carson Pittman in that 6th position. Now that's that's the guy that Robby probably wishes was up there with him. His teammate from Mopar Motorsports. And that's who he probably wishes was behind him. And but you know, he's fairly close. He's not too far from the front. Got the 8 there, Nick Cannon on the high side there with Lucas Nilgis trying to get some bump drafting going down the back stretch, trying to get that outside line moving up a little bit. Right now it's just not working for him. Oh, Ken Baum Jr. just blinked out there for a minute, and you know, oh, is somebody coming in for a green flag pit stop? Nope. I saw somebody go down low. Not sure who that was. That was oh, that was Robby Bice. And where did he go? Where is he? He's back to the 8th position. He was leading, and now all of us, you see, folks, how quickly it can change. Lucas Nilgis, they were up on the high side, and you know, things kind of got a little out of shape there. And next thing you know, now Lucas is leading, and I was trying to go back and see if I could see where Lucas moved into the lead, and let's take a look at this real quick here. And this is Lucas up on the high side here, and you see how Robby Bice is down below the line there just a little bit. Ryan Sword and the number 12 there, Jimmy Barr, everybody's kind of out of shape there for a moment. And Lucas, him and Nick Cannon, they just kind of like stay nose to tail there, and they just ease themselves right on into the front. Thank you very much. So now we have a new leader there. And look at William Brown now into that 3rd position. Boy, you know he's loving that, folks. So he is more than happy to get into that position there. Now I wonder what they are, because you know, having an open setup, you don't have to start at a certain amount of fuel. You can do what you want to do. You know, you can't. You know, I don't know. You know, it's been so long since I've raced and stuff. I don't know if they would all start on a full tank or maybe not run a full tank just to, you know, that's the thing. I'm so much from an open wheel, you know, discipline there. You know, when you talk about open wheel cars, and you talk about fuel and weight, because that can affect you when you start on a lighter fuel load. You have faster lap times and things like that. And I don't hear them talking about that much in stock cars, so I don't know if that plays as much of a factor or not. But it'll be interesting to see when folks, now they've gone 32 laps already, and don't know if everybody started on a full tank or not. And because right now this thing is really going, I mean, it's got the legs to go all the way. There's Robby Bice. Now he's up on the high side, leading that high groove there. Him and Carson Pittman up on the high side. Aiden Berlane, he's right up there along with them. Now in that 11th position, Bill Hales, trying to lock on. Everybody's changing position so quick. Bill Hales, pole sitter, now back in that 13th position. Boy, I tell you, that's you know, what track was it? I can't remember if it was Charlotte or Atlanta. We were doing a race there, and man, they just could not. I think it was the opposite. They just could not get the inside line to work, and the outside groove was just where you needed to be. And you know, it seems sort of like that's the case tonight. It seems like it's the inside line that's really the more consistent line. That outside line gives you can get a little help there if something happens up the front and things get out of shape a little bit, but for the most part, it seems like the inside groove is the place to be. Lucas Neal just up front. And those are actually, now we were talking about how the Turn 2 Terrible guys were all running together. Now we've got 3 Glitter Kitty Racing drivers there. Lucas Neal, just Nick Cannon, and William Brown running 1, 2, and 3. Jimmy Barr, he's the first of the Turn 2 Terrible guys now at the front, still followed by teammates Chris Lynn and Kevin Click. Robby Bice trying to work his way back up there. They're still up on that high side. Click's there in front of Robby. I'm sorry, that's the 30. Yeah, that's Click. Yeah, that's Click. Yeah, and still trying to work his way back to the front. Oh boy, hold on to it. And I tell you, folks, it's not as easy as it looks, let me tell you. And they don't have a whole lot of wind out there tonight. That may be good too, but there's still a lot of turbulence coming off these cars. And you get in that dirty air, and it just, you know, just like being in the wake of a boat or something like that, choppy water, and you know you can't see it because it's air, but things are a lot different. And now Bice moves down to the inside. And you know, wow, this thing is just rolling right along here, folks. We're getting very close to the halfway point. Wow. And I don't believe, I'm looking on my chart now. Now, David Smil Jr., I didn't even realize it. We did have somebody pit. David Smil Jr. pitted on lap 5. Let's jump to the back here and give these guys some love back here. Trying to pick him up? Where's my, not be able to lock on him here? Is he still running? Okay, maybe not. Okay. Let's try that again and see if we can catch him. And maybe I don't know, something happened. Apparently he's not on track. So there's Jeremy Zarfos in the 18th position. Our timing and scoring, we can't pick him up. Try to lock on him there, and there's Jeremy's running in the 17th position. I think I do see some guys blinking out there. So here we go, some guys coming down on pit road, and this will be the first of our green flag pit stops here. And looks like it's Kyler McCarthy who's leading the group down on pit road right into his pit box. Oh boy, they just, did they both overshoot? Oh no, both him and the 48 of Stan Mayberry overshot their pit boxes, and frantic action going on here on pit road. 4 tires and fuel for everyone. Who's the first to get going? There they go, and it's McCarthy, but that's looks like that's Matthew Fitz who's going to beat him off of pit road, and well, and then number 7 is ahead of him, Tyler Kahn. Where's Jeremy Zarfos? He beat all of them off pit road. So, man, crazy green flag pit stop there, and there's your leaders going on by. Now, of course, all these guys pitted on lap 37, and and your leaders just went by, and Lucas Neal just. Nick Cannon, William Brown, Jimmy Barr, Chris Lynn and company. So now we may see them coming in maybe in the next 2 or 3 laps here. And you know folks are going to be coming in maybe in small groups. No one's would dare come in by themselves, I would imagine, because otherwise you'll definitely be just out of no man's land if you did. And here they come. Oh boy. For a minute there, I thought Lucas was going to stay out. Oh, and he's trying. Is he on the? He's not on the grass, is he? No, he got in there okay. Wow, that was close. Everybody trying to get woed down. See all these drivers, a whole bunch of drivers coming down pit road. A lot of action. There's Bill Hales, your points leader. the further up you qualify, the further you got to get down pit road just to get to your pit box. Nick Cannon's already on his way out. Let's see how many places he passes. He'll probably get past all these guys. Yes, he will. He's one of the first ones off of pit road. So there's Nick Cannon, William Brown right there behind him. And the way that cycled around, now he's in the lead here now. Lucas Nilges was leading when they came into the pits, but three teammates, they kind of swapped places there a little bit. Now he's running in the third position. Jaden Bingaman for Nitro, he's running for Tyler Isley now in that fifth position. And wow, these teammates are doing awesome to stay together. Two Nitro drivers right there, the 26 and the 17. That's awesome. And it's nice to see them be able to stick together there. And we'll see how this plays out. Everybody trying to get up to speed here. Ken Baum Jr. trying to get up to speed as he exits pit road. And now Bingaman and Isley are trying to move up into the lead position. Bingaman's ahead of Lucas Nilges. There's Isley trying to stick right behind him there. And oh boy, I couldn't see who that was on the high side. That was that was 18 Carl Fitz. They're making their way past him. He got down in front of his teammate there, Bingaman. And now they need to hook up here. And oh man, his teammate Bingaman got a little. He's about half a second behind. He doesn't want to lose that draft. He needs to try to catch his teammate there, Tyler Isley, if he can. And let's see. Now Tyler, he's racing along here, and let's see if we can grab him here for a second. And where is he? And we find his team down here. He is down here at Nitro. Move him up here real quick. Hey Tyler, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, boy, you and your teammate, you guys got off of pit road there and managed to stay together. And he's trying to catch that draft and so as not to lose you there. And but he might have lost the draft there because he's kind of falling back a little bit. But so far so good, huh?
Yeah, we messed up on execution trying to stick with the I think Sparkle Unicorn guys, but it is what it is. We're just trying to stay in it. We wanted to get down pit road before it got busy, and that's exactly why, so we can get some track position out of it, and it seemed to work out pretty well. So we'll just see what happens the rest of the way.
I tell you, man, and boy, I tell you, you guys are rolling right along, just past the halfway point, and the cars are doing
Except
pretty
for the
good.
last few weeks, don't it?
Absolutely, man. But I tell you, I mean, I know you got you got like 5 complete. Is it 5 or 4 complete sets of tires? I believe, right? And but,
more than we need.
Exactly. I was about to say, you have so many. I mean, it's funny almost to have that many, but all of that seems to be working. Is it more of a place like this would be more of a fuel thing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, right now it definitely is interesting. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to put you back down to your channel, man, and good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
And put Tyler back down to Nitro there with his teammate there as he rolls along in the 4th position. Lucas Nilges right there. Nick Cannon, William Brown running 1, 2, 3 with Isley in tow. And you can see the separation now between Isley and the rest of the field there. So they've got I would imagine, and that's led by who other than Aiden Berlane. He's worked himself up to the, well, I started to say he worked himself up to the 5th position, but he actually got shuffled way back early on in the race, back there, 15th, 13th, and all back there. And he's still one position lower than where he started the race. So, yeah, he's just trying to make up some ground here. And of course, you know, Aiden, he's been so strong all season long. Of course, he is your points leader. And just, you know, having such a good finishing average and being one of the, I think, one of only the 2 one-car teams. And that just makes that average so hard to battle with. And but I'm trying to think. I want to say it's a Turn 2 Terribles that are in 2nd position. And and right now, well, you know, things are kind of broken up now. They were all up at the front there for a minute, but now it's Lucas Nilges and his teammates. So it's, you know, that's kind of helping. It's actually kind of helping not Carson, but helping Berlane to stay at the front of the team standings by some team other than the 2nd place team having a good finish. That's actually taking points off the 2nd place team. So there's all sorts of things going on here. Your top 3, and it looks like their game plan is pretty simple right now. Stick together here, and I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Look at up on the high line there, Aiden Berlane is trying to get something going there. And Carson Pittman, is it just let's see, it's Berlane and Pittman. I think that's William Brown up on the high side in front. Well, he's not. He's in the middle groove there, not the high groove. They're going to go on by William. Boy, he's kind of stuck right now. He doesn't have any kind of drafting partner, I don't think. He's kind of right there in the middle. Things kind of spread out here. This is how we saw some of those lead changes happen before when Robby Bice was leading. They came down and things kind of got out of sorts there a little bit. Folks trying to, you know, get themselves situated again, and folks were took advantage of that. And look, the same thing is happening again. Look at Berlane. Now he's up there, and once again it has happened. Now Berlane is up at the front with Pittman, Hales, and Isley. He basically he switched groups that he was running with, or, you know, following, and now he's latched onto these guys. Ooh, that was Ken Baum Jr. blinking right behind them, right in front of Kevin Click. So they continue to race along here. So it kind of looks like things are pretty static at the moment, but hey, you know, don't blink or you might miss something. Boy, I can't lock on to Ken Baum Jr. Otherwise we'll lose our position on the track. But well, I tell you, if you're Kevin Click, you're not enjoying him blinking. It's not happening a whole lot. And I think if it were to get worse, they might ask him to just move out of line if it got to the point where it was real bad. And because that could definitely cause a problem later on. How about the 26, Jaden Bingham down on the inside. Him and the number 9 there, William Brown, trying to see if they can get something going. Now Bingham, he has caught up with his teammate Tyler Isley. And look at this, folks. Wow, they it looks like, you know, Berlane and them, they moved to the high side, and now it's not quite a drag race just yet, but it's getting there. Tyler Isley got his teammate there. They're bump drafting down the backstretch, trying to catch Berlane and Pittman. Bill Hale's on that high side. You can see how close they are, trying to get some momentum coming off of turn 4. But now, right now, the top group has the better momentum. And now the inside is the line that's not moving as much yet. Let's see what happens. They're coming alongside Bill Hales here. Carson Pittman in that second position. You can see Isley right there down on the inside. And it looked like he was going to get up there for a moment, but now it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We thought maybe it would. And here he is trying to mount another charge once again. They're coming around now, getting ready to start lap 53. You can see they're trying. They're trying to see if they can get there. And right now, just don't have the momentum. And it's like they'll get a little bit of a surge, and now they're side by side. And still not quite able to get there just yet. Man, they're fighting hard to get that lead position, folks. And now they're getting long up alongside Berlane there just a little bit. Berlane down on that high side now. He's, oh boy, I mean, they're neck and neck right now. And Berlane just trying to hold on. Isley down on that inside. Riding on board with William Brown, watching those guys battle at the front there. Brown trying to figure out what he can do to get himself a little further up the order. It's so funny. He's so close to the front, and yet he's running 7th. And boy, I tell you, that outside line, it just seems like it's come alive now. Isley doing everything he can to try to get up there. It's like they'll draw up just a little bit, and then, oh boy, we got us a caution here, folks. Oh my goodness, let's see. It's showing, let's see, Haas Beverly went off track, and where is Haas? Oh man, it was, okay, I wonder if he, I don't even see him right now. Michael Zuber down on pit road. Let's see if we can go back and catch what happened to Haas Beverly here. And okay, he's already, let's run it back here a little bit. Oh, he had it coming together there, and so let's slow it down. That's him, and that's the 63. Okay, 63 is Haas Beverly, and the 96 is, who is the 96? That is I'm not sure who that is. I'm trying to find his number here. We got a large field out here tonight. 34 cars. And oh boy, Beverly. Oh boy, and they go hard into the high side there. Michael Selta 52. He got by. That was Michael Zuber. My bad. The 96 is Michael Zuber. So Zuber and Beverly, they get into that outside wall. And so that's where we are now. And it is 25 laps remaining. So now everybody will be making their way down pit road. And as you do so, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? My old man! On my way to Money I Roll.
Two Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen. Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, we're back here with Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. It's race number 10, presented by Robby Bice. Under caution here, 24 laps remaining. 57 laps in the books. Chris Lynn right now showing as your leader. He's got, looks like Mater and Mayberry in front of him, so they'll get the wave around when we get the one to go. I think there's somebody else up there too. Looks like that may be Matthew Fitz, that yellow car. So I'm thinking those guys will get the wave around once we get the one to go, which might, was it this lap? Yes, it is. So lights are out on the pace car, and lap cars are now gonna giddy up and get on around. Leaders now tuck up behind the pace car here, getting ready for the restart. It'll be 22 laps remaining. And boy, I tell you, William Brown, he's right there. Ryan Broderick in that third position. Carson Pittman, he's right there. Aiden Berlane, I believe he's on the inside there. I believe he'll be fifth. Lucas Nilges, Kevin Click, Nick Cannon, Bill Hales, Tyler Isley. They're jockeying back and forth in position. I want to say he's 10th, probably. And they do just as much jockeying back and forth under caution as they do even when they're racing. Those positions are constantly changing. So they're making their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace car getting ready to head down on the pit road. And it's been a very, very clean race here. And knock on wood. You hear me knocking on wood, right? First caution of the evening. Pace car is down on pit road. Let's go, guys. Let's get it to the checkered flag here. Waiting for that green flag to get them going once again. Got a green and racing once again here at Talladega. Everybody getting cleanly away. It's Chris Lynn, Ryan Broderick in that second position. And now Ryan Broderick, he's the only other one-car team in the league, just like Aiden Berlane. And speaking of which, he's right there up on that high line now. He's got, he's got William Brown nailed to his rear bumper there. So they're getting up to speed rather quickly here. Trying to push the 13 along. Trying to work their way up to the front. Yeah, there they go. Brown's currently in the second position. Lynn and company trying to hold on down on the inside. But Berlane right now, he's definitely muscled his way right to the front once again, bringing William Brown, Carson Pittman with him. Lucas Nildress in that right now, showing fourth, and Chris Lynn down on that inside line. And, you know, it's almost like a reversal here now. Now the outside line has kind of come alive here late in the race, and it's almost now it's the place to be at the end of the race. Even though for a good portion there, we didn't see a whole lot of guys racing down there. Chris Lynn trying to prove here, hey, wait a minute, this inside line is still the place to be. Number 5 there, Ryan Broderick pushing the daylights out of the 32, trying to get back to the front. Oh boy, that was close. And give it to Chris Lynn. He just did. He got credit for leading that lap as they crossed the stripe. And they're door to door going into turns 1 and 2. Boy, how is this going to work out? It's going to be a drag race going down the backstretch here, folks. Here they go down to turns 3 and 4. And once again, that inside line, for the moment, is working for them once again. Wow. In Berlane and company, they're just kind of falling back there. Because I was going to say, well, who is that? That's Bill Hales just moved up in front of Berlane. And, oh boy, what a speed difference. He's going to get a little boost there from the 13 as they go down the backstretch. That was a little bit of an opportunistic move there for Bill Hales, because Berlane definitely had a bit more of a head of steam built up there, and thankfully made contact with the 53 and just got him boosting along down the backstretch and nothing else. But right now it's not helping them but so much. Kevin Click in that third position. There's Tyler Isley in the fourth spot. Well, he really got separated from his teammate, Jaden Bingaman, who's back down in 15th, but he's right there behind Click now, trying to figure maybe what can he do. You know, and like I always say, it's a high-speed chess match here. Do you stay where you're at, or do you switch lanes? Do you try to go, if there's room to move up anyway? Right now, there's really no room to move at all. So he's kind of stuck in line here right now. There's Berlane right next to him. William Brown, Carson Pittman. I think that's Chris Lynn right behind him. I'm sorry, not Chris Lynn. Who is that? That's who is that? Can't see who that is. And oh, wait a minute, somebody's way down on, who is that down off track? That is Chris Lynn. Is something wrong with Chris? He's trying to lock on him here. Oh man, what's going on with Chris Lynn? He's fallen way back, and trying to get those RPMs built back up. Something happened for him to lose all those positions back to the 20th position. So wow, that's a little bit of a mystery there, to lose so many spots all of a sudden. But there it is. Kevin Click now. Boy, look at the outside line. I mean, it's just the characteristic of the track. They're just going back and forth a few laps. It just seems like the inside line really has it, and then all of a sudden, and now it's a role reversal, and this is what we were seeing with guys on the high side there. Just kind of just stuck hitting a wall of air, just not able to move forward. And your pole sitter once again is back up at the front. Bill Hales leading once again. Berlane in that second position. William Brown keeping himself right there at the front with Carson Pittman and Lucas Nilgis. And a little bit of those top four trying to break away from the rest of them. Look at Lucas Nilgis and Nick Cannon down on the inside. Matthew Fitz working his way, the yellow car up there, yellow and black, number 3. Him and Ryan Sword trying to see if they can get in on the action here. And now showing in the 5th position. 14 laps remaining. You just see how folks are just, got us a caution. Something happened here. Let's see. What happened? We have no reports of anyone wrecking or anything. I'm not exactly sure. Let's go back to say maybe is there something going on back here? Pressler looks okay. All these. Oh, wait a minute. The 28 there. Yeah, he is not. Look, Robby Bice got some damage there on the front. Oh boy! And no fast repairs. And at a track like this, that's definitely going to hurt him aerodynamically. And got the caution. He's going to have to come down pit road and get as much work done on that 28 machine as much as he can. 13 laps remaining, and I don't think the guys are even planning on stopping again, to be honest. But who knows? This may send the whole field down on pit road. Maybe get a fresh set of tires. Maybe we'll see. But Robby, I would imagine, definitely coming down to get some work done on that 28 car. Let's see what Bill Hales and company do, and. You know, actually, I think he's supposed to be showing. I got to change his graphics there because he's supposed to be showing on Mopar Motorsports there. I got to fix that. So we're under caution here. Let's see. And that should update us for us there. And let's see. There we go. Bill Hales, Mopar Motorsports. So, wow. Right back at the front. It's almost like the race starting all over again here. And there's Tyler Isley. He's in the 9th position. Let's see. While we're under caution here, let's see if we can, let's go grab Isley real quick and see if we can get a word in with him here. Hey, Tyler, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you, man.
Man, I tell you, so wow, this was a little unexpected. You know, any plans here? You think you can make something happen here?
Hard to say.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I can do much other than probably what I did at Daytona and hope they all wreck and I can make it through. That's maybe about my only option. Just tough. It's so hard to really get a run going on either side. I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah, we saw the inside line was working pretty good early in the race, and then now it seems like it's kind of going back and forth every few laps. The high line is like once you're on the inside, it's just like you hit this wall of air and just can't get going anymore, and it's kind of going back and forth. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's been a game of who can kind of counter the checkup a little bit better and what line and who can stay together better. And so sometimes it's the bottom, sometimes it's the top. I was really trying to give Kevin a push there, and I thought maybe we could have got back up to the front. We were definitely making a charge, and then I just got a little too warm on the oil temp, so I needed to back off, and then the wreck happened. So it is what it is. We'll see if we can help somebody out. I don't know who or how. We'll figure it out from there.
10-4, and because I know Robby got some nose damage, significant nose damage, and I did not see him. I don't know if he pitted or not, but he's on pit road at the moment, but I believe Robby's still out there on track. I don't see him.
Yeah, he's a couple cars behind me. I got.
Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, okay.
So
that'll be interesting.
We'll see what happens. I'm hoping my buddy Jay-Z behind me can help me out. We can work together and kind of battle this out for ourselves. We'll also have to find a way to the front first.
Absolutely, man. Well, you're going to have maybe about 10 laps to do it. I don't know if are we on one to go already or.
Yep.
So yeah, you'll have 10 laps to figure it out, man. I'm gonna put you back down in nitro. Good luck, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks.
So here we go, folks, and like you said, hey, and like he's right there, just around the top 10, and sometimes it's not a bad place to be. You see somebody, I think that was the number 5 there, Ryan Broderick, blinking just a little bit. But wow, this is just like the race start here for Bill Hales. But how about William Brown? Man, he's up 23 positions from where he started. So he's definitely looking forward to another excellent evening here. A very good points result if he can hold on here and and hey, like I hate to say it, but everybody up front's going to have to hope they can survive to the end, because you know how these things go at the end sometimes. So we'll just have to wait and see. Making their way through the middle of 3 and 4. Pace car should be heading down on pit road any second here. There he goes. And now it's time to put your head down and go fast. Green flag racing once again. Bill Hales, he drops the hammer. Berlane right there with him. There's William Brown. Carson Pittman moving up behind Berlane. Brown, oh man, look at the gap between them already. Not the getaway that Brown wanted. They'll probably suck back up to them with the draft here. We'll see what happens as they race down the backstretch. Now we'll see what happens with Bill Hales here. Is Berlane going to just draft with him there for a while, or is he just going to pull the trigger and go for it as they race through turns 3 and 4? Brown has indeed caught up with them there. It's Bill Hales, Aiden Burlane, Carson Pittman, William Brown, and Lucas Neal, just your top 5. And you can look at everybody just pretty much staying in that middle groove, staying away from that inside groove altogether right now. But if somebody's going to make a move for it, somebody's going to have to stick their nose down there at some point. And, who is that? Well, I think I saw the number 5, Broderick. He's down there with Tyler Isley. And can they make something happen here? A little bit of blinking there for Broderick. Where's is Isley? There's Isley right on his bumper. Trying to see if they can get up there. Right now, it's not happening at the moment. Burlane and company, they're right up there at the front, still comfortably running 1 through 4, or 1 through 5, I would say. Lucas Nilges, he's also right now sticking with those guys pretty good. And you see Broderick now moving up a little bit, moving alongside Lucas Nilges on the inside there. Trying desperately to get that inside lane going. Still about, I'd say, 3 cars to go. They're going to cross the stripe. It's going to be 7 laps remaining. Well, I tell you, Bill Hales, he's man, I know he's got to be thinking, oh boy, I wonder if he's feeling like a sitting duck here at some point, because Aiden Burlane, he is just sitting there calculating. You know, he's thinking about what he's going to do and when he's going to do it. And Carson Pittman, who knows, he might be doing the same thing here. But if you make a move, boy, you got to hope that somebody comes with you, because if you move out on your own and nobody goes with you, you're going backwards. Boy, the top 5 staying nose to tail there. Broderick down on that inside. Isley, Matthew Fitz still trying to get that inside line going. Trying to get up alongside William Brown there, and the top 3 have kind of broken away from Brown a little bit. He's sort of, he needs to catch that draft again. Does not want to lose contact with those top 3. He's starting to pull it back in here once again. It's so much of a momentum thing. If you get a run going, oh boy, look at how the inside line is just really and now it's almost just completely broken up here. It's just not working. The inside line is not working at all now. Just not coming together for him at all. Bill Hales trying to hold on here. 5 laps remaining. Aiden Burlane exactly where he needs to be to make the move when he think it's the right time to make it. And you know, it's almost a thing where you almost have to time this thing to the point where it'll be too late for anybody else. Oh boy, we got us a caution. And let's see, I don't have any reports of no one wrecking or anything, so I don't see the reason for the caution. Trying to scroll back up here and see if I see anything. Don't see anything at all. So, interesting. So here we are, caution with 4 laps to go. And boy, this is going to set up a green-white checker here, folks. So very interesting ending coming up here for sure. And whatever it was that happened, it happened quick. And because usually, now somebody might have went off track. I see Kevin Click. Oh boy, now that happened earlier. I'm pretty sure that happened earlier. Kevin Click down on pit road. And let's see Jimmy Barr. He's got some damage. Now, could this have been what happened here? I wonder. Did he? Let's go back a lap or so. This might have been it right here, folks. Let's slow this down. And okay, we see Jimmy Barr right there. He got a lot of damage, and this was just a lap ago. Unless they just went flying up in the air. Sometimes when they go flying up in the air like that, it'll trigger the caution, but there's nothing for the replay to grab. And let's see if we can catch what happened to him. He's racing along right now. Is anything going on behind him? Nobody's close to him there. See some movement there. Now, Jimmy Barr, he's down on the inside. Folks moving back and forth there a little bit. And that's the 5 there. Oh, there we go. Oh, couldn't see. I'm not sure who that was, but that's what happened. He got into the wall so quickly, and he immediately just jumped to pit road. Let's take it live here, and let's bring it up live, full speed. But wow, that yeah, he got to trip into that outside wall, and so that was that is definitely what did it. So now Bill Hales just wants this thing to end. That's all he wants right now is just for this thing to be over. And wow. And they do have 3 green white checkers attempts now. This will be the first one. And yeah, whether or not they can get it done this time or not, we'll see. Only the third caution of the evening. And Ryan Broderick down on pit road. Now, because we saw him close to the number 12 there, and that might have been what happened there with him. Now, the car doesn't look too bad. You see the pit crew knocking the fender out there a little bit, so he's trying to get as much work done as possible on that number 5 machine. There's Robby Bice just exiting pit road. His car is looking a little better there. He's got that front knocked out a little bit more. In the 23rd position. There's Bill Hales, Aiden Burlane in that 2nd position. Carson Pittman in that 3rd spot. William Brown right there, ready for anything. Lucas Neal just rounding out your top 10. And let's see. And it's showing, well, I think it's, I actually think it's Tyler Isley down on the inside. So he'll be the next in line. He'll be on that inside line anyway. So, yeah, he's right up there at the front. And like he just, like we heard him say when we talked to him a couple of minutes ago, hey, hang on, we're not going green. They're holding, they're not going to go green this time around, so I guess they're trying to get something situated, something straightened out here. So going to have to wait a couple of more laps to see what happens here. It looks like a lot of the field is here. So we'll take another opportunity here. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! On my way to Monday Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen. Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here with Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series, and the lights are out and they're getting ready to go green again. Shout out to the folks in the chat. I just saw your message about maybe trying to get a word with William Brown, but they're just about to go green, and they really need to focus right now. If I had saw it sooner, I would have jumped right down there and got him. But hey, it's the first green, white checker attempt, so you know that doesn't mean anything. This may not be over yet. So let's see what happens here, folks. Berlane right there, Bill Hales in front there, Carson Pittman, William Brown right behind Berlane. There's Nick Cannon behind William, Lucas Nilgis. And, well, I tell you, making their way out of turn 4. Pace car making its way down on the pit road. Let's see what kind of restart Bill gets here. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens with that inside line. Okay, Bill Hales, he's away, and he immediately moves up to the high side. I was about to say, I don't think he wanted to stay down on that inside line. And he moved up there in a little bit of a defensive move, at least to that middle groove there, which is where they're racing mostly now anyway. That middle groove there is rubbered in nicely. They're racing down to the white flag. Everybody's staying together so far. There's Berlane. He's right on the tail there, Bill Hales. Out of turn 4, coming down to the stripe. They cross the line, getting there, and the white flag is in the air. Here we go, folks. There's Aiden Berlane. Where is he? He's back there. He's a little bit, he's still behind Bill Hales. Look at William Brown on the high side. Nick Cannon trying to push him forward. Boy, he's neck and neck with Bill Hales. Look at William Brown on the high side. Man, this is going to be a wicked, crazy finish here as they race down to turn 3. It's Brown and Hales side by side going into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to get the upper hand? We've seen the high side working. Right now, it's Bill Hales right back to the front. Once again, Aiden Berlane right behind him, running out of time. Is he going to step out? Yes, he is. They're going to come down to the line. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. And they wreck, but Aiden Berlane takes it with 0.06 of a second to grab the win here at Talladega. You almost knew it had to happen. You knew it had to happen. You know that Aiden Berlane is that close. You know he's going to be there to make a move at the end. He waited till almost the absolute last moment there. And I mean, just absolute. What a crazy finish that was. And Bill Hale, he still ended up in the second position with William Brown on the podium for the second week in a row. But boy, congratulations to your winner here, Aiden Berlane. Man, what a finish. And the guys, they're gonna get down here, and of course, obviously, we're gonna go grab everybody and put them in the booth here, so we can get the interviews going here and stuff. And let's see here. Let's of course, you know he's going to come down. You know he's got to do some burnouts, right? You know that's almost mandatory. And see, there's Aiden right there. So we'll move him on up. And let's see, we got to find Bill. Where is Bill? He's right up here, close to the top of the list. Where is he? Let me see. I see William. We'll go ahead and move William up. And where is Bill already up there? Let's see. No, not yet. We got to go find Bill. Where is Bill? There he is. And we'll move him on up there as well. And we'll go ahead and hop down there with him. Okay, folks, we're here with your top three, Aiden Berlane, Bill Hales, and William Brown. And but hey, Aiden, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I tell you, man, congratulations. And hey, I saw where you were, man, and I just knew you was going to have to. I knew you was going to go for it. There was no way that you weren't going to go for it. And man, congratulations on another victory here this season.
Yeah, thank you, man. Honestly, I was debating on just not going for it and just pushing Bill to the finish. I've won a lot, and he hasn't had a win yet, so I was debating on it. But William and all of them got a really good run, so it's either one of us wins with me trying to pass him, or none of us win if I continue pushing him. So that's what we had to do to get one of us to win, and it worked.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Well, first off, I gotta thank Jesus Christ. I also gotta thank my mom for watching every single race I'm in, and y'all for putting on an amazing broadcast.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations once again, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey, Bill, you got a copy?
Hey, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Man, I tell you, man, you drove one heck of a race there, buddy. And, man, you were, obviously started on the pole and just, you know, we only had 3-4 cautions or something like that. And, of course, you know, some of it happened at the end here, like you kind of would expect. But just what a way to race yourself back up to the front and be right there. And I knew you knew that, hey, when you're out front like that and there's not a whole lot else you can do. But, I mean, you definitely gave it your all, man. Congratulations on that second position.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, man, we had fast cars tonight. You know, got on the pole. I think 3 of our cars were in the top 5 in the qualifying. We knew we were going to be fast. We had that green flag stop, and we came back out. We were 17th, and we basically went around the field on the outside. So I knew we were quick. And we were talking on the restart what we were going to do. Aiden was going to push me until we got to the trial. Then it was every man for themselves. I'm glad he won and I got second. It was a good points night for us, you know.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man. To everybody in the league, your streams are awesome, man, and Aiden for pushing, and the wife who sponsors the car. So it's a good night all around.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
Thank you, bud.
Hey, William, man, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I know you are. Hey, look, like you said last week, man, we said right before the race started, like, man, it's taking you a while to get up here. Hey, you said I'm here now, so just kind of maybe expect to see me up here, man. Can you on the podium again for the second week in a row, man? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. Wouldn't have it any other way other than a win. But I'll take that place.
Absolutely, man. And what I tell you, you moved 4 positions last week in the points, and once they tally up everything tonight, we're going to look at them next week and see where you are from that point. I mean, you're marching up the field, man. And so, man, great job, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a big old shout out to my teammates there. I got Lucas, Matthew Fitz, Lucas Nilgis, Michael Zuber, and Nick Cannon. Especially Nick Cannon pushing me that last couple laps. Heck of a job from him. And then I'm not sure who's still watching as far as my camp goes, but I want to thank Darren and Danielle, Devin, and Kelton, if they're watching. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I tell you, and I saw at the last minute somebody wanted me to do a in-car interview with you, but we are just about to go green again. I was like, no, he's got to focus and stuff. But yeah, man, we'll catch you next week, though, man. So yeah, your fans are definitely out there, buddy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Okay, you too now. Okay, folks, man. As always, you know you're going to expect a fun race, and that's exactly what we got. And boy, I tell you, it was super fun. Let's go ahead and bring up the results for the race here. Get them on up there. There we go. And Aiden Burlane by 6/100ths of a second over Bill Hales. William Brown in the 3rd position. Nick Cannon 4th. Lucas Nilgis 5th with Jeremy Zarfo 6th. Tristan Kahn 7th. They have Carson Pittman 8th. Tyler Isley 9th. And Steve Strittenmatter. They round out your top 10. And we'll go ahead and scroll down the order here so you can see where your favorite driver was. And had a great feel out there tonight. Great racing all around. And I tell you, man, I think, I'd like to think I don't know, almost everybody made it to the end. Not quite everybody, but it was still awesome, though. And so, hey, next week, we're going to the Monster Mile. And I'm talking Dover for race number 11. So don't forget to be there with us for that one. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.